Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Former WWE manager Jim Cornette recently shared his thoughts on CM Punk's personal update. Punk lost his best friend and pet, Larry, last week. The star penned an emotional note on Instagram in memory of his pet. He recalled how they rescued the adorable pooch from PWS Chicago in 2015. And he soon became an integral part of their family. He detailed how Larry had filled their home with joy and laughter over the last 10 years and would be terribly missed. This week on Jim Cornette's Drive-Thru, the wrestling legend reflected on the unfortunate news. He noted that Punk's outfit at Survivor Series paid homage to Larry. Jim Cornette recalled how painful it was to lose his own dog a few years ago. The veteran manager became emotional as he said it was difficult to cope with this sort of loss. It was a tough week for CM Punk. Besides losing Larry, he couldn't get the win at Survivor Series, War Games. In fact, a masked figure jumped into the cage and laid out the World Heavyweight Champion with a stomp. This allowed Braun Breaker to hit a vicious spear and pin Punk to get a win for his team. The following week on Raw, Paul Heyman negotiated a championship match for Breaker. The Vision member will now challenge CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship on the January 5, 2026 edition of WWE Legend. Chokes up discussing CM Punk's tragic personal update as the wrestling world was left stunned by the emotional moment that unfolded during a recent interview featuring one of the industry's most respected veterans. The WWE Hall of Famer, known for his typically composed demeanor and firm pride in maintaining professionalism, found himself visibly overwhelmed while reflecting on CM Punk's heartbreaking revelation that has circulated throughout the WWE universe over the past week. The update, which centers around an intensely personal struggle Punk has been dealing with privately for months, has drawn an outpouring of support from fans and fellow wrestlers across multiple generations. As soon as the legend began speaking about Punk's situation, his voice wavered, his eyes filled with emotion, and he paused multiple times in an attempt to collect himself. This was not a scripted moment nor a calculated media appearance. It was a raw, genuine reaction from someone who has witnessed firsthand the emotional toll the wrestling business can take on even the strongest personalities. The legend admitted that Punk's update hit harder than anything I've heard in a long time, emphasizing just how deeply the news resonated with him personally. He explained that while the WWE often presents its stars as larger-than-life characters capable of overcoming any adversity, the reality is far more complicated. Wrestlers battle physical injuries, exhausting schedules, and demanding creative expectations, all while dealing with their own personal challenges away from the cameras. What made the legend most emotional was knowing how fiercely CM Punk has always tried to keep his personal life private. Despite being one of the most outspoken figures in wrestling history, Punk has always drawn a hard line between his public persona and his private world. For him to reveal something so deeply painful spoke volumes about the weight he must have been carrying. The legend said it was devastating to think of Punk feeling isolated or burdened, especially when so many people care about him beyond his in-ring career. CM Punk's tragic update has not been fully detailed publicly, but those close to the situation have hinted that it involves a mix of health concerns, mental strain, and losses that have impacted him profoundly. Punk himself described the past few months as one of the darkest stretches I've ever faced, admitting that he struggled to stay focused on his WWE commitments and even questioned whether he could continue performing at the level fans expect from him. This vulnerable admission shocked many, especially given how strong and resilient Punk has appeared since his WWE return. In the interview, the WWE legend revealed that he had reached out to Punk personally after hearing the update, wanting to ensure he knew he wasn't alone. The legend's voice cracked as he talked about their conversation, describing it as one of the hardest calls I've ever made, but one I needed to make. He praised Punk's courage, saying that speaking openly about such a painful experience requires more bravery than any match, rivalry, or promo. As the segment continued, social media exploded with reactions. with many fans expressing both sadness and admiration for Punk's honesty. Wrestlers from across WWE, AEW, and GPW, and the independent scene also shared messages of support, showing that Punk's influence and legacy extend far beyond any single company. What stands out most about this emotional moment is the rare glimpse it offers into the humanity of wrestling's biggest stars. The WWE legend opened up about how difficult it is for performers to admit vulnerability, especially in an industry built on toughness, competition, and confidence. He said Punk's willingness to open up should be commended and could even inspire others in similar situations to seek help or support. WWE officials have reportedly been monitoring Punk closely and offering whatever resources he might need moving forward. Sources suggest that the company is giving him space while also encouraging him to take time away from the spotlight if he feels overwhelmed. The legend emphasized that the priority should always be Punk's well-being, not his next storyline or match. Fans have now rallied behind Punk with hashtags trending worldwide in support of him, with thousands of comments pouring in expressing love, admiration, and encouragement. The overwhelming positivity has been one of the bright spots during an otherwise heartbreaking revelation. As for the WWE legend, he closed the interview by saying that he hopes Punk feels all the support coming his way and understands how many lives he has touched throughout his career. He stressed that Punk's legacy isn't defined by championships or controversies, but by the authenticity he has always brought to the wrestling world. Even in his darkest moments, Punk has remained true to who he is, and that honesty is what has earned him unwavering respect. The emotional reaction from the legend has only intensified interest surrounding Punk's situation, leaving fans eager for updates while hoping for his full recovery, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Moving forward, it remains unclear how this personal struggle will impact Punk's WWE future, but one thing is certain: he is surrounded by love, respect, and a community that refuses to let him face this battle alone. This story continues to develop, and the wrestling world stands united behind CM Punk, wishing him strength, peace, and healing during this difficult time. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.